Okay, so today we'll be opening up this used Microgard oil filter number MGL51372. And I got this used Microgard oil filter from a very generous viewer who wants to be known as Bear from St. Paul, Minnesota. Thanks, Bear. This oil filter was in service for 3.5 months, 2,990 miles, and came off of his 2006 Ford Explorer. Yep, the one with the 4.0-liter single overhead cam V6 engine, which now has 219,276 miles. He was using Valvoline 5W30 Restore and Protect oil during this period. So let's get started.
You gotta glue the silicone, be nice and tight. Get your angle here, filtration.
Okay, so before we open this filter up, let's take a quick look at it. Date code 022125. This is a sticker on here. Got instructions here. Right here it says assembled in USA. Filter number. Okay, and this filter has metal core with holes. And I'm not sure if that's the bypass valve down there below or if it's up here on the base end. But we got 3 grooves there for threads and 6 inlet holes. And this nitro rubber gasket, which I'll put the thickness of its gasket up on the screen. Okay, let's open this filter up and take a look at it. Okay, it's got the bypass valve at the base end. And here at the base plate. I haven't seen one of these kind of valves for a long time. You can see some sledging going on right there. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at this later. Actually, it's been so long since I've seen one of these, I forgot how they work. Reminds me of a ProTech oil filter. Alright. Well, that all looks good. Except for the sludging there. A little bit there. I'll test it out later without gloves on and see if that's gritty feeling or not. Oh wow, look at how wavy this is. Ooh, that's a tear. Look at that. Wow, that's a tear, folks. That was a coil spring that just landed on the floor. But look at that. That's bad. Let's see if it's anywhere else. Oh yeah, that's bad. It's unfiltered oil going. You can see one of the holes for the core right there. It's unfiltered oil going right through. There's another hole right over there. So this filter wasn't doing crap for filtering. Well, I'll put the number of pleats on the screen. And I'll go through all this stuff. There's a little bit of glue here. Yeah, there's no bypass valve here. Nah, this is bad. This bypass valve wasn't working too good. That's for sure. It ripped it open like that. Yeah, so this is cellulose media with a micron rating of 95% at 29 microns. Yeah, that's bad. That's too bad. Yeah, I'll get let's see what the can looks like. Yeah, it looks like I got some stuff there. I'll have it sitting like this. And I'll see if that's gritty feeling also. Let me put the measurements of the can up on the screen. Feels pretty thick. Okay. Let me find this spring here. Okay, here's the spring. And let's get the width of this filter. So we got 2.60 inches wide minus 1/10 of an inch for the end caps. Yep. No, that's too bad about that. Well, yeah, look at that. Alright, well, I'll cut this open, squeeze it out, stretch it out, and we'll see what it looks like under a microscope. Be right back. Okay, so before I cut this filter open, I just want to try to explain how this bypass valve works. In theory, this is how it's supposed to work. The oil is supposed to go through here, down inside, and then up here, and back into your engine. That's if the filter is clogged. Say like the filter's media is all clogged up, and it's got the spring here, so it sits on the spring, and like I said, if it's clogged, it'll push on the spring, which will give it a little bit of space here. You'll end up with a little bit of space there, and the oil can fit right through there. Like I said, go inside, come right back out here this way. Because what it does is when the plate's on here, the base plate, it comes out like this, and it tries to go through the filter media. But if it's clogged, it'll just come out like this, and it'll go right back in this way. And then come out here, back into your engine. So I hope that explains it, how these work. Because you don't see these too many around anymore. I haven't seen one for a long time. They used to have them on the Wix ProTech filters. I don't know if they still do, but... Alright, back to the original video. Okay, so here's this Microgard filter all stretched out. And this filter is 74.5 inches long. Okay, let's get the thickness of this filter media. 0.72 millimeters thick. Here's the filtering side, back side, both kind of dirty. And if we take a look at this filter media under a microscope, you're going to see that it did catch some soot particles, carbon particles, and there's a lot of light spots in this filter. So I don't think it's got that good of a micron rating. So let's take a look at that picture. So as you can see, it did catch quite a few carbon particles right in here. You can see a lot of it. But it does have a lot of light spots in it. Now let's take a look at this filter up close. So I see little sparklies throughout, but I really didn't see them much. I'm going to put the UV light on them. Really don't see them shining. Maybe a couple there. See that one there? I mean, they're really tiny if that's what they are. Sometimes a little bit of oil in there will actually shine too, you know. It'll reflect, make a reflection. Right here's the seam. So in case anybody was wondering if it tore at the seam, nope, it's right there. It actually tore twice. Because when I cut it open, it was torn right there too. And this is where the original tear was. It was torn there also. Alright, so it's too bad that it tore like that. And let's take a look at the rest of the filter. So before we go to the rest of the components here, I just want to show you this filter media. How cheap it is. You know, this is like a paper, but it's You know, it tears very easily. I'm just barely tearing it. It just, you know, it feels like it's dry. It feels like it's dried out. You can actually hear it. You know, it's a cheap filter media if you ask me. I take a synthetic blend over this stuff. Okay, so we got the inner core here. It's holes. No problem with flow here. Smooth holes. Get the coil spring. We went over these parts here. The bypass valve, gasket. Let's check this out. All right, that's smooth, so that's a good sign. I mean, the filter was working some because it did catch a lot of carbon soot particles. So maybe it didn't tear, you know, a long time ago. Maybe it just tore recently. That's smooth also. That's pretty smooth. Yeah, it's not really gritty or anything. I always worry about if it's gritty because the gritty stuff is what really starts wearing on your bearings and things. You don't want to go through your oil. This oil filter is rated for 5,000 miles, and he went just under 3,000 miles. So would I ever buy one of these Microgard oil filters? No way. Would you guys ever buy one of these Microgard oil filters? Please post your comments down below. And again, I want to thank Bear for sending me this Microgard oil filter. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching and take care.